Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I do have my grow lights on my shelves, but look at what I added. I added another shelf to my collection. So I'm waiting on my grow lights to come in, and then I'm gonna do a houseplant tour. I'm gonna break it down by genus and do like a cactus tour, a Hoya tour, and then a philodendron aeroid miscellaneous tour. So that's going to be a new little series that's going to be coming out in the next few weeks. My houseplant collection by genus, and I'm so excited because I have not done a houseplant tour probably in about a year, but the last time I did it, it was just like all of my plants, and I'm really going to focus on making these videos a little bit more informative, put the name on the screen, talk a little bit about each plant, and just make it something that you guys can look back on, and something that I can look back on, because when I do houseplant tours, I kind of like to look back and see what I've lost and what I still have, and that would be a fun video to do too. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments below. But today I want to show you all of the new growth that's coming in on my plants. I set my shelves up a few days ago. I took everything down, cleaned everything, set it all up, and I'm noticing so many of my plants have new growth coming in, and it's exciting because it's only the beginning of March, and we are getting into the growing season here where I'm at in Illinois, but I feel like it usually doesn't start happening until we're in full spring season, which is typically like the end of April, beginning of May. But because I have my grow lights, and because I kind of have it warm, it's warmer in the basement, I'm kind of like tricking them to think that it's springtime. And I don't know if that's going to backfire in my face once we get into summer, but I doubt it. I think that they're just putting out new growth because they're happy in their conditions. I have not fertilized yet for the year. I usually do that when it's time for me to start bringing my cactus outside. So that'll be coming in another video as well. But they're just really happy. So they're happy. They're not fertilized. They're in a dark basement with grow lights. They're not on any heat mats right now. So I figured this is a good opportunity just to show you that maybe you're in an apartment, maybe you do live in a garden apartment and it's darker down there. Maybe you're living in similar conditions that I'm living in. And I just want to show you that it is possible to have happy houseplants even in this space. So let's just get into it and let's just go see. I'm noticing my rosacea is just really bright in this light. I have this little ring light here, and oh my god. I did get some recommendations from a few of you for some stuff that you guys use for rosacea. So I think I'm gonna look into that. Also, I've been getting a lot of ads for Curology. I think I'm saying that right. I'm always skeptical when I get ads pushed in my face because obviously they're paying a lot of money for advertising and it's working. But I would much rather get a recommendation from someone who I can trust. So if anybody out there uses Curology for rosacea specifically, or if you know somebody that does, can you let me know? You can shoot me a DM on Instagram. You can leave it in the comment section. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. Okay. That's not what this is about. Let's go look at my new growth on my plants. Okay, so here's a first look at my 3 shelf setup. These are the IKEA shelves, and I will put the name on the screen below because pronouncing them is just not going to be fun. But I'll put it below. Those are the shelves I use. A lot of plant peoples on YouTube have these shelves. I think that they're great because they are glass, so the grow lights really shine through each level, and I'm just really excited to have extended it. I talked about this on my Patreon page when I went live a few weeks ago, that I was thinking of getting another one, so I did, and then I still have space for one more. I am so considering putting another shelf there. I mean, it looks like a plant shop, you guys. Can we add an exit down here so I can open it up as a plant shop? I mean, come on. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna change the temperature here on this screen because it's looking very yellow. Hold on one second. Okay, now it's a little blue-green, but whatever. Okay, it's more plant color focused. whatever I'm trying to say. It is very dark down here, but I do have all of the lights on, so it looks pretty bright. We have can lights up top here. Cam lights? I don't know what they're called. But it can get pretty bright down here, but still, like, if I was to turn this down a notch, like, this is really the true brightness that you're getting down here. So you can see it's quite a bit of difference. Turning it up so you can actually see the new growth on my plants, but that it is pretty dark down here. But it just goes to show you that if you get grow lights, you can make it work. Now I did order another set of grow lights, so I'm gonna put one here, here, here. They come in a pack of 6. I'll link the ones that I use in the description below. I've been using them for years and I absolutely love them so much because they connect. So they're plugged in at the bottom there, but then as you can see, they connect from light to light up top. And then they also have these little shields here, which gives the light a little bit more of a directional feel, but it also stops it from like blaring in your face as you're walking by. So even though these plants aren't directly underneath the grow lights, they're still reaping the benefits of the light on that shelf. So because I'm getting 6, like I have 1 per shelf, and I only have 3 shelves over here, I think I'm going to put some on the bottom shelves because this bottom row doesn't have any lights, and I think my grow boxes would appreciate some extra light down there. And then I'll have 1 extra, so maybe I'll put it up top here and maybe add some plants to the top shelf. It's looking pretty bare up there right now. I was going to put like artwork up there because I don't really want to have plants up there because, again, there's no grow lights up there. So I'm just kind of debating on what to do about that. And I might wait to see if I get another shelf over there. Can you imagine if this wall continued? Oof, that would be nice. No, okay. Let's not get crazy. Okay, let's get into this new growth. So let's start with my mammillaria. This is my old lady cactus, and she has been blooming kind of nonstop. So quick little side note, I bring all of my cactus outside. Focus. I bring all of my cactus outside every year in the summertime, summer months. So that's usually May through October, May through the end of September. And that's when they do most of their growing. These little tiny flowers here, see those little purpley flowers? They're kind of dying off right now, but she's been putting out flowers ever since I brought her in. And this is the first year that it's done that. So I definitely consider that being happy and new growth, and it's just fun to see that, especially in an indoor setting. This little guy here is my Pachapodium Gii. I just call it a Madagascar palm because I'm probably saying that wrong. But it has all this little new growth up top here, which is honestly surprising because in other years that I've brought it inside in the summer, it typically stops putting out this new growth. This is the foliage on this plant. Otherwise, it looks kind of just scary. I mean, it's cool. I like it because it's wonky, but it just looks scary. And it usually puts out real long foliage up top. And it never does this in the house, and it's been doing it since I brought it in. It's very little, but still it's new growth, so it's happy. I have a pretty large echeveria here. It's a succulent. I want to say it's maybe part of is it a hen and chick? I don't know which kind this is, but it has these blooms on it, and it had blooms on it when I bought it. It was like a month ago that I purchased this, and it recently put out 2 new bloom shoots. So, hey, I'm gonna call that a win. It's so cute. The flowers are adorable. They're so tiny. They smell like nothing, but they're so cute. Look at how beautiful. It's just nice to see a little bit of floral growth when it feels like it's the middle of winter here. It really is. There's snow on the ground. My Joseph's Coat prickly pear has this new tiny little sprout here. And now these shelves don't have grow lights just yet, but I just moved them off of my other shelves that do have grow lights. So these plants were under grow lights, and that's probably why they're putting out new growth. I think that this is so cute. I love when it sprouts out little tiny shoots like that. That's how it gets its pads in the summer, it really goes crazy. But I think that's so cute that it did it in the house. It usually doesn't. Okay, we're moving on to some Hoya here. This is my Hoya Rebecca, and it recently put out this entire vine with new leaves. These are the newest of the leaves that came in. They're so cute. I love how they're just a little bit veiny, but they're so delicate. It's definitely more of a delicate Hoya. Look at how cute the leaves are. I love it so much. But that's definitely new growth on it, and it's pretty happy. I wanted to trellis it because a good friend of mine, Adam, was like, listen, trellis your new vines because once they feel like they're secure to something, they'll put out new growth. And I was like, okay. So I dug out all my trellis and I'm working on it. I do have this one here. It's my Velosa longleaf form. Oh my God, this is just my favorite Hoya. It's so pretty. But it had this really long runner, so I kind of tied it up to the trellis to see if it'll do something, and it already sprouted out. I don't know if you can see that, and I don't want to bend it, but there's like 2 little tiny leaves on the end there, and I'm like, okay, girl, do your thing. It also has some growth nubs along the side too, along the runner. There's a little tiny leaf poking out there. So hopefully it'll start shooting out some more leaves because that little runner is quite bare and needs some leaves on it. Down here we have my Pubicalix. I absolutely love when these plants get new leaves because they come in the deepest, darkest purple. Like, look at how beautiful that is. It's so stunning, and there's a couple of them in here. There's a new growth down there. I think I had one more. Yeah, there's a tiny little leaf coming in there. Can you see it? Right there. It's just so happy, and it's just such an easy plant to grow. I love it so much. I love how it's speckled. Okay, this one I'm pretty excited about. Like, I'm not sure what's going on with this plant, but it was giving me kind of small leaves. This is my Carnosa Stardust. This is like probably one of the biggest leaves it gave me from old growth. And then like, see how the leaves kind of come in just looking like a Carnosa? This is the newest leaf, and it's huge. Like, look at it in comparison to this one. I don't know if I can do this without like breaking a leaf off, but look at how big this is. It's so huge. It's got ripples, tons of speckles. It's just stunning. I love it so much. That's a good way to see it. Oh, this plant is so pretty. Okay, so one of my Gloriosums here, this is the one that's in Pon. These plants are just growing so wonky. Like, look at how it shot out these leaves. This was the newest leaf, and it just opened recently. I think that they're growing in like this because they're trying to get back to the light. So if I had some light source, like maybe clipped on to my shelf, just for these plants, and like directional leaf focused it on the leaves, it would probably naturally just pull itself up because it would want to face the light. And I really don't have an effective way of doing that on these shelves. That's why they're kind of all like, near. Like this one's trying to reach around to the light. But it has another growth point coming in here, which is so exciting. This is truly loving Pon. I do have another one that's in De La Tank's soil that I'm going to show you in a second, though, that I think is a little bit happier. Here she is. And a couple reasons why I think she might be happier. One, I think it likes the De La Tanks more. Two, I think it loves being in a shallow, elongated planter like this. This planter is, I cannot remember the name of it. Oh my gosh. If I find it, I'll put it on the screen. But it has like a little water reservoir here, which is so convenient because I just fill this up and then it drinks what it needs to drink. And it's been so happy, guys. Look at this. This is what inspired me to make this video, actually, by looking at this leaf. It was completely curled this morning. I turned the grow lights on and it popped. So now it's going to open probably today or tomorrow. I mean, look at size comparison. That leaf is going to be so huge. I just love it so much. I love when this plant puts out new leaves. Again, with the leaves, trying to focus towards the light. The light source is right here. So these are in back of it and they're like turning to look at the light. Leaves are so funny. They will let you know where they want to be facing and what they want to do. But I just admire people that have plant collections where all of their leaves are facing one direction. Amanda Ray Wright on Instagram, her collection's beautiful. It does this. Bree Plant Girl 50, her leaves are they look fake. They're so stunning. They all face the direction of the light, and I just need to figure it out. I need to figure it out. Like I said, maybe I clamp some lights to like the end here, you know? I don't know. Okay, so speaking of Plant Girl 50 on Instagram, she gifted me this Varicosum, and literally it had 2 leaves when she gave it to me and a growth point. This is one of those original leaves. One of the other leaves died, but since then it has put out this growth point back here, which has a new leaf coming in already, and then this entire stem with leaves that is just so beautiful. This is the newest leaf up here. It's really hard to grab the leaf and record. And it has another leaf coming in here. The leaves are coming in a little bit small, but I'm wondering if that's just because of the pot that I have it in. And I also have it in Leca. So I'm going to monitor it and see, but I'm okay with that size leaf. I actually kind of like it. I think it's so cute. And given that she literally just gave this to me a few months ago and it has all that new growth, I'm shook. Like, it's so beautiful. Okay, this is something that deserves a reward. This is my Alocasia dragon scale. And while it might not look like much, this is an accomplishment, because those of you that know that I love Alocasia, but I can never have more than like 1 or 2 leaves on a plant. And I really think that this might be the case for a lot of people. This has 3 leaves and they're all doing beautifully. Like, they're so hardy, so cute. I have it in the nursery pot that it came in. So it's also in the soil that it was purchased in, but it's just in a cache po, so there's no drainage. So I take it out, water it thoroughly, and then I just pop it in there. It's acting as a saucer. There's really no water in the reservoir. But I'm just shook by this. Like, shook. I don't see any new growth points in that mess of a stem, but I was surprised when I came home from San Diego to see another new leaf that came in down there. Unbelievable. Ooh, it's a little blue. That's okay. So this is my elbow Syngonium, and it's in pon. And I lost one of the stems, but these stems seem to be doing really well. This leaf actually just opened up, so they're happy. But I'm even more excited about the one I have in De La Tanks over here. This one had an infestation, let me bring it down, of fungus gnats last summer. And I decided to chop and prop it, and I'm glad I did, because when I chopped it, it literally put out this entire new growth point. That's the newest leaf on the growth point. Look at how beautiful those markings are. And then this is the newest leaf that's going to be coming in, and it's huge. It's such a big leaf. Look at that, and I can see all the variegation on it, and it's just quite exciting. Okay, last but not least, this is my Brandy, and I absolutely love this plant. It has some water damage on the leaves that I just can't seem to get off. Any tips, leave them in the comments below. But actually, I don't know if it's water damage or if it's like a pesticide that the shop sprayed on it. But this plant is so gorgeous, and it's one of those plants that I keep in a basket down here, and it's kind of traveling from this grow light I have here from Mod Sprout. I feel like the leaves are just all in the same direction. I absolutely love when plants do that. Actually, some are turning this way. Oh, there's more leaves back here. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to turn it around. But it has a new leaf coming in up here, and I'm so excited about that. And it has like a ton of just beautiful foliage, and I love it. I also wanted to show you what I put on at night as a vibe. I got these adorable little like LED lights from Bloom, and they're just so cute. I got a cactus, and then I have this Monstera one. I'm going to insert some clips of me unboxing it here and like setting it up and putting it together. But I just think that they're so cute on this shelf. I love it so much. It gives it such a little vibe. It kind of goes along with my little cactus light back there. But these are so cute. These would make such a cute gift. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I'm so excited for the weeks to come because I cannot wait to set up those grow lights. So excited to get that set up and to do some plant tours for you guys, for myself. It's gonna be fun because it really takes me to do that, to really see, I don't know, get in touch with every single plant I have. Like, I do check on my plants, but I feel like I don't spend enough time with all of them. I don't know if anybody else can relate to that, but I just feel like life is so busy that we just don't get a lot of time to do that. And doing these videos, these houseplant tours, while they're a lot of work, they really like force me to slow down and to really look at each plant, see what each plant needs, and just like talk about each plant. And it's fun to see what other people have because I'm nosy. All right, guys, thanks so much again. Be sure to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Perfect timing to be done.